Hello, good evening. We have started chapter number 10 and half the chapter we have discussed. Now, let me see here what are the first points. Let me revise. And after a revision of first points of the chapter, then we continue the next. So, what is meant by foreign trade? That you know, when trade within the countries of the world is foreign trade, and what was the position of India before independence and after independence. Before independence, India was only the supplier of raw material, and after independence, here, foreign trade here is considered as an investment, and it is the source of increasing income of India or collecting here that foreign exchange and preserving that foreign exchange. So here that is foreign trade. Then internal trade, trade without trade within the boundaries is called as internal trade. Trade outside the boundaries is called as external trade. And this picture also has, so I have told here, we have discussed about this picture also. Then what is meant by foreign trade? That is definition. Then types of foreign trade: import, export, and import. In import, there is purchase of goods from other countries. It means that it is inflow of goods. Then after export, export means sale of goods to other countries. So that is export. So and import, whatever is imported, it is processed and then after here it is sent to another country. So here it is called as entrepot. Then up till this point, I think here we have studied. Then role of foreign trade also we have discussed. And now composition and direction of India's foreign trade. So what is composition of India's foreign trade? What are the features of composition? That means here what is the contribution of this foreign trade in GNP or NNP or whatever it is that we will discuss now. Uh, First point is increasing share of GNP. So here in this point, in your textbook here that statistical data is given. That is in 1991, share of India's foreign trade in gross national income was 17.55%. It is increased to 25% during 2006-7 and to 48.8 during 2016-17. So in all these points here that particular data is given. The second point is, and that data is already given in textbook, so that you can see. Second point is increase in volume and value of trade. So how that volume and value of trade here it goes on increasing. See just here since 1991, volume and value of India's foreign trade has gone up, and India now exports and imports goods which are several times more than in value and volume. So in this all these points, it is descriptive. That means the description about the contribution of foreign trade according to statistical data by the researchers or by any other source. Here the data is provided to you. Now, in this change in composition of exports prior to independence, here what are the types of products that are exported? That is jute, cotton, tea, oil seeds, leather, food grains, and all here that agro-based products here that are exported before independence. And nowadays, here our India also is now here going to or is trying to become a developed country. Now it is developing. So here nowadays exports of ready-made garments or manufactured items, gold and jewelry, the electronics goods also here, computer hardware and software that is also here exported, and now here it is encouraged by the government through the startup products programs. So next is here changing composition of imports. So what is imported now and what is imported before independence? Before independence, here medicines, cloth, motor vehicles, electrical goods here that were imported, and nowadays here petrol and petroleum here it is imported. Sorry, and then capital goods also here they are imported. Then so yeah, this is oceanic trade. What is mean by oceanic trade? Ocean, What do you mean by ocean? Ocean is sea. Sea trade, that means water trade. Most of the India's trade here it is by sea. India has trade relations with the neighboring countries like Nepal, Afghanistan, Myanmar, and all. Now we know here. Today also India, the new trend in India here, it is going to develop, and that is blue economy. It is related to this oceanic trade. You just kindly, I want to inform you to get acquainted with the these new trends with the help of Google and all. So here that is oceanic trade. Next is here development of new ports. That means old ports here are that are not enough here to develop here at water transport. And nowadays here new ports at Kandla, Cochin, and Visakhapatnam and Navashiva here it is they are developed, and they tried to reduce the burden of existing ports. So here the sheer composition of India's foreign trade here that we have studied. Then next is your direction. In all these points, you just know, or you just keep in mind only here that theoretical and theoretical matter as well as your statistical uh, data here it is given. There is no economic point of view, only just description. Next is the direction of India's foreign trade. Trends in India's foreign trade. What is the recent trend in exports? You just see here. In recent trends, engineering goods contribution is given. And what happened in 2017, 18, then in 11. That means here, year-wise here, the data of here that engineering, export of engineering goods here it is given. Then petroleum products also, same position. What are exactly her percentages in 2001 to and here now 2001 to 1, how it goes on increasing. So here the percentage, numerical percentage are given in your textbook. Next is your chemicals and chemical products, and it is export important export item and performed reasonably, and it is share in 2014-15 it is 10.4 in that exports. Then jewelry also is exported. Now you know here jewelry it becomes occupation. Occupation in the sense that now here in olden days only here that certain families in any city or and all here they are developing that business, but nowadays here that gold jewelry here that is designing the jewelry here it becomes occupation, new occupation in case of that gold. And here it helps here India to export jewelry. The next is here textile and ready-made garments also they are exported, and that statistical data also is given in your textbook. And next is here petroleum trends in imports. In what is happening here in case of this import of this petroleum, gold, fertilizers, iron and steel here that we can see here in the trends in the imports. Petroleum also here it is imported item of import, and in 1992 it has a share of 27% of total imports. In case of gold here, you know, in 2011-12 it is $27.5 billion, and I know $53.3 billion, and in 13-14 it is $27.5 billion. So here now it goes on decreasing due to change in mentality of the people, due to change in investment pattern in India. Then next is here fertilizers. So what was the share of this fertilizers in total import? 4.1% in 1991 and 1.3% 16-17. That means here it also goes down. Then iron and steel also here it is declined from 4.9 to 2.1 in 2016-17. So what is the reason behind all this downtrend in imports? Because our country now it is becoming independent, and as well as here it is developing. Therefore, the import percentage in respect of this petroleum, and there are also substitutes also here that are produced. That means what is the substitute of this petroleum? Electricity, you know, here now cars and the two wheelers they are now here produced on the basis which are run or which are based on that electricity. In case of gold also, that gold investment, instead there are many here alternatives for that gold investment, and fertilizers and iron steel also here, that sector is also developed. Therefore our India's import percentage, it goes down. Now next is here balance of payments. So here now balance of payments and balance of trade. Here the two terms are given only. What is the exact here that object of this textbook? That means to make you aware of these two terms which are very very important in economics, and that is balance of payment. The balance of payment of a country is a systematic record of all international economic transactions of that country during a given period, usually a year. सो व्हॉट इज बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट म्हणजे इंटरनॅशनल इकॉनॉमिक ट्रान्झॅक्शनचं सिस्टमॅटिक रेकॉर्ड, म्हणजे किती इम्पोर्ट झाले, किती एक्सपोर्ट झाले, किती प्रोडक्शन झालं, त्यातलं इम्पोर्टला किती गेलं, त्यातलं एक्सपोर्ट किती, इम्पोर्ट किती होते, त्याचे एक्सपोर्ट किती होते, हे सगळं रेकॉर्ड ठेवणं म्हणजे बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट आहे. Balance of payment is a summary statement of all transactions between the residents of one country and rest of the world. म्हणजे बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट हे अशा प्रकारचं स्टेटमेंट आहे की ज्याच्यामध्ये त्यांच्या त्या कंट्रीच्या रेसिडेंट्सचं आणि इतर देशातले लोकांचं जे ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स होतात एका वर्षामध्ये, तर त्या ट्रान्झॅक्शनचं समरी स्टेटमेंट ह्याला आपण बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट असं म्हणू शकतो. आता इथं जर एक्सपोर्ट इज ग्रेटर दॅन इम्पोर्ट असेल तर ते फेवरेबल बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट होईल. इम्पोर्ट इज ग्रेटर दॅन एक्सपोर्ट असेल तर ते अनफेवरेबल बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट होईल. तर थोडक्यात काय, तर बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट म्हणजे हे इंटरनॅशनल इकॉनॉमिक ट्रान्झॅक्शन्सचं सिस्टमॅटिक रेकॉर्ड आहे. ते एका वर्षाकरता ठेवलेले रेकॉर्ड असं आपण म्हणू शकतो. त्याच्यानंतर बॅलन्स ऑफ ट्रेड, डिफरन्स बिटवीन एक्सपोर्ट अँड इम्पोर्ट इज कॉल्ड ॲज बॅलन्स ऑफ ट्रेड. बॅलन्स ऑफ ट्रेड इज ऑल्सो रेफर टू ॲज इंटरनॅशनल ट्रेड बॅलन्स. म्हणजे इम्पोर्ट किती झाले, एक्सपोर्ट किती झाले, एक्सपोर्ट इम्पोर्टपेक्षा ग्रेटर आहेत का कमी आहे, ते कम्पॅरिझन करून आपलं त्याचं ड्रॉबॅक काय आहे, किंवा आपण काय कशामध्ये कमी पडतो जे आपण एक्सपोर्ट करू शकत नाही, किंवा आपण जे आयटम्स इम्पोर्ट करू त्याच्यामध्ये आपण इंडिपेंडंट होऊ शकतो का, हे सगळं आपल्याला विचार या बॅलन्स ऑफ ट्रेड आणि बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट ह्याच्यावरनं इथं करता येते. इफ एक्सपोर्ट व्हॅल्यू इज ग्रेटर दॅन द इम्पोर्ट व्हॅल्यू इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज सरप्लस. म्हणजे हे सोपंच आहे. एक्सपोर्ट व्हॅल्यू म्हणजे रिसिट तुमचे जर इम्पोर्ट एक्सपेन्सेसपेक्षा ग्रेटर असतील तर सरप्लस. आपण अकाउंटमध्ये पण शिकलो आहे बघा, जेव्हा इन्कम इज ग्रेटर दॅन एक्सपेन्स असेल तर सरप्लस असतं, आणि जेव्हा एक्सपेन्सेस आर ग्रेटर दॅन इन्कम असेल तेव्हा डेफिसिट असतं. ह्याला फक्त इथं ट्रेड डेफिसिट किंवा ट्रेड सरप्लस असं आपण इथं नाव दिलेलं आहे, पण त्याच्या पाठीमागचं लॉजिक तेच आहे. जेव्हा इन्कम एक्सपोर्ट व्हॅल्यू ग्रेटर असते तेव्हा आपलं इन्कम असतं, आणि त्यातला जो डिफरन्स असतो त्याला आपण सरप्लस म्हणतो. आणि इम्पोर्ट व्हॅल्यू ही जेव्हा ग्रेटर असते तेव्हा तो आपला एक्सपेन्स ग्रेटर असतो इन्कमपेक्षा, म्हणून त्याला आपण इथं ट्रेड डेफिसिट असं म्हणतो. तर अशा पद्धतीनं आपण हे सगळं फॉरेन ट्रेडचं जे चॅप्टर होतं त्याचं रिव्हिजन पण केलं आहे, आणि जे राहिलेले पॉईंट्स आहेत ते पण आपण कव्हर केले. तर अशा पद्धतीनं आपण हे चॅप्टर 10 संपवलेलं आहे. तर आता तुम्ही प्रत्येक चॅप्टरचे सेपरेट रिव्हिजन करायचे आहे, एक्झरसाईज सोडवायचे आहेत, आणि पेपर सोडवून मला आणून दाखवायचे आहेत. हे तुम्ही सगळं लक्षात ठेवून कराल. I hope that all you complete and you start study, or that means you start your revision. And now here this time is very important for you, so don't waste time. Be studious, be revised. So yeah, thank you very much.